In this movie we will create our table of posts. So opening phpMyAdmin, clicking on our database first, and then click on this new button to create a new table. So our table name will be posts, and we will have 7 column in our post. So as we have 4 column here, so let's add 3 more column. So the first column will be id, the second column will be our date and time, the third column will be our post title, so it will be title. The next column will be category. Then we will have column of author. Then we will have our image column. So image, and at last we will have post content column. So I will have just a column with the name of post. So id will be int type, then every single thing will be varchar. The length of id will be 10, date and time will be 50, title will be 300, category will be 50, then author name will be 50 as well, image name will be up to 50, and post will be up to 1000 characters. The first column of id will be auto incremented, and also we will put the primary key on it, and that's it. So now we have to save this structure, so click on the save button. So now clicking on the structure tab, this is our table of post, and you can see all of these columns. So back to my editor. Now this file of add new post, we will develop PHP to grab the content out of these fields. But first of all, you can see this div of choose category, in which for now I put the option tag of 1 2 3. So instead of showing these 1 2 3, I will show the actual category that we have in the table of category here. So here in the select tag, instead of these options, I'm gonna remove all of these options, and we will fetch our actual categories from our table of categories. So we need one PHP scope here. So first we will grab our connection variable, connecting DB. First let me start with the comment here. So we will have one SQL. So select static means select all the columns of my table, so from my table of category. And on the next line we will have one variable with the name of stmt that will grab our connection of database in form of object, and will call the PDO method of query, and we have to pass this SQL here. On the next line we have to fetch our results. So we can fetch our results with the while loop. So this while loop will fetch every single category. So I will have one variable with the name of data rows, and that variable will treat this stmt as an object and call the PDO method of fetch. Now here we will define our variable that will store the result that we are getting from our database. So I will only take two columns from our table of category. As you can see here, in category table we have four columns, so I will only get two columns, ID and title. So I will have this variable ID that will be equal to this data rows, and out of that data rows I have to specify the column name that I want to get. So the first column that I want to get is this ID, so mentioning this ID in lower form, and the second column that I want to get here is this title, all in lower form. So I will have this another variable with the name of category name. So out of that fetch statement we will get our column of title, all in lower form. So this title and ID should match with these ones, otherwise it won't going to work. And instead of selecting all the columns, you can just select two columns, ID and title, or you can just select ID column. It's completely up to you. So I'm just fetching two columns from here, and then I have to put these ones in the form of a option tag. So here you can see this PHP scope. So I will have one option tag that will have one PHP scope in which we will simply echo this category name, this one. So putting it here. So now if I refresh my page and save this file first, refreshing this page, if I click on this category, you can see we have just only one category of sports. So sports category is at the index of 4. Why we are not seeing these three categories? It's because the ending of while loop. So this while loop ending is inside the PHP scope. That's why you only see one category. So if you want to see all of the categories, you have to cut this while loop ending from here, and you have to put that while loop ending after the option tag so that it will iterate every single category name. So I can put this while loop ending here, but I must put this while loop ending inside one PHP scope. So putting it here inside one PHP scope. So if I save this one and just refresh my page, now clicking on this tab of choose category, you can see now we have fetched all the categories from our table of category. So that's how we fetch our results in PDO by using the method of query. Now in the next movie we will work on other part of this file, and that is putting all the entered data in our table of post which we just created.